Imagine this. You're hit with a fine of $16,131. You heard it right. A staggering amount of $16,131. And the reason? Simply because you didn't have a properly labeled container in your healthcare office. Hard to believe, isn't it? However, as of 2024, this is the harsh reality under the OSHA HAZCOM standards. OSHA, or the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, has a set of hazard communication standards, often referred to as HAZCOM standards. These standards are designed to ensure that information about the identities and hazards of the chemicals in your workplace are readily available and understood by workers. You see, the OSHA HAZCOM standards require you to label secondary containers with the required safety data sheet, or SDS labels. These labels are crucial in providing vital information about the chemicals stored inside. So, how does one go about labeling these secondary containers? It's a straightforward process, really. First, you need to have an updated SDS book. This book should list each of the chemicals present in your workplace. You can usually obtain this information from the manufacturer of the chemicals. Next, you'll need to identify the information required for the SDS label. This includes the product identifier, signal word, hazard statement, precautionary statements, and pictograms. The product identifier is a unique name or number that corresponds to the chemical. The signal word is used to indicate the severity of the hazard. There are only two signal words: danger and warning. The hazard statement describes the nature of the hazard and, where appropriate, the degree of hazard. Precautionary statements provide advice on how to handle, store, and dispose of the chemical safely. Pictograms are graphic images that visually represent the hazard. OSHA has standardized 8 pictograms for use on SDS labels. Once you have gathered all this information, you're ready to label your secondary container. Make sure the label is clear, legible, and prominently displayed. To sum up, the OSHA HAZCOM standards are a set of regulations designed to protect workers from hazardous chemicals in the workplace. Proper labeling of secondary containers using the required SDS labels is a crucial part of these standards. Failure to comply with these standards can result in a hefty fine of $16,131. But more importantly, it can put the health and safety of your workers at risk. So take the time to ensure your secondary containers are properly labeled. It's not just about avoiding a fine, it's about creating a safer workplace for everyone.